browning points are earned every week. Make sure you use all of your points. A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week. Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They run with a rookie. Here's Henry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Another carry for the rookie. It's Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Now Cutler on third and long. He completes it to Hartline. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Returnable for Lockett. Look at the spin.
Balance.
He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Sterling Shepard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second down, here's Cutler. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. 10 yards still left on second down. Play action. It's Cutler going up top. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now Cutler. And that is incomplete. Now on fourth down, Bruce Arians will send out his field goal unit from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, but hold everything. Did they rough the kicker here? Looked like they might have. Let's see.
Still fourth down.
And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And the 13-year man puts it through. But there is a penalty marker down. They might be forced to try this one again.
Running with the kicker. Defense. That penalty is declined.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here's the Cardinals defense as they head out to set up shop. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hand. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Sterling Shepard with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 1 quarter in the books. 14-3, that's our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's the punter, McAfee, to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On second down, here's Henry. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Raheem Moore, the safety, takes him down.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
Going deep here for Matthews. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring it. Up a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. Whoosh. Oh, he did it again. He won't go down. Might have been one man away from 6 points as it's...
When you have a terrific punt returner behind you, the blocking tends to increase. Guys know that they just give him a sliver, a crack, a hole. He's got a chance to take it all the way.
Now Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive, and they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They're going to look to throw. Out to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and they just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it's good enough for a Seattle first. They'll look to throw here. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A minute 59 to go in the first half. More from the desert after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And quickly they get to the line.
Let's go!
They'll set up to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claiborne. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Even though it fell incomplete, you see the value of a mobile quarterback. Great pass rush, but he was able to get away and still try to make something happen.
Let's go! 58!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team.
And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On second down, here's Cutler. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Get out, 180. Check number 6, check.
On third down, Johnson. So a nice job to break the... And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cardinals don't have much to hang their hat on after the first half. The Seahawks have done a good job taking control of this game, and the scoreboard shows as much. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. 1st and 10, one of the most dangerous men outside of the pocket, Mike Vick. He scrambles away and completes the pass. And it's caught for the score. They strike first in the half. Seahawks have it at the 2. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. The lead now at 11. Seahawks have it at the 7. Vick has the completion across the middle. This play goes for a score. The Seahawks go up by 18. 3rd and long. Fitzgerald's the target here, and this goes 12 yards for the score as the blowout is on. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Now let's get you back out to Glendale as we check back in with Brandon Gott.
Fielded about a yard deep. Look at the spin. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the others. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't... guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
So part of the next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy. Get what you can and be prepared to kick the ball away.
Oh, he will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On the toss, this is Blunt. And he's got some space here. LeGarrette Blunt, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. LeGarrette Blunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing.
Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And it's fielded at the 34. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Cardinals defense. They head out and get set here. They are down on the scoreboard. They're just trying to keep the opposition now at bay.
Let's treat it a little bit like tennis. Hold serve. Don't give up anything. Win the point, so to speak, and move on from there.
Did you play tennis?
I actually did for a little.
Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Vernon Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd down now after the pass completion.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Derrick Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Holding offense.
It's 3rd down, 6 yards to go for the offense. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd down, Cutler. He completes it to Bryant. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon. We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Encroachment defense.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Cutler now to throw on 3rd down. He was looking for his tight end Crockett Gilmore there. And it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Arizona.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And the Cardinals now heading out to defend. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, gotten pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Griffin on first down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Now Cutler. And his throw is incomplete. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Cutler. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pulled in at the 24. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Julian Edelman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Here's the Arizona offense now. Throwing now, Cutler on first down. Incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry. And now it's 2nd down. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 10. It's Cutler again. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
From the shotgun, Cutler. And he finds Hartline on the catch. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Cutler. And he's going to be taken down. Cutler sacked. Josh Maga in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Cutler to throw. And Matthews has it right side. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Cutler will throw. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again is Cutler. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, it's Cutler. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Flushed out right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Griffin going to throw it. Forced out to his left. And an alley to run. Past the 20. A big pick up there on the scramble. 30 yards.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Blunt, the lone running back. They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. 2nd and 10 now. Griffin dancing to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Griffin being chased out left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now it's Cutler. And a grab here by Gilmore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. A big offensive explosion helped.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my ankle.
Scouting points are earned every week. Make sure you use all of your points. A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
I'm